All right, seventh grade. Well, we are proceeding along here now with the start of chapter 2. And the directions tell us to find the product. Well, whenever we're multiplying with positive and negative numbers, there's some things that first of all you want to remember. If you have, in this situation, you have two positive numbers. It's just 7 times 3. Notice how we're not using an X for multiplication in any of these. By the time we get in 7th grade, we're kind of moving on from that. So we're using a dot and or parentheses, just depending on the situation. So we've got a couple different scenarios here. This is 7 times 3. Well, we don't want to overthink this. We know the product is always multiplication. We know that 7 times 3 is 21. And since the 7 is positive and the 3 is positive, my answer is just going to be a positive 21. When I go to this one, negative 7 times negative 12. Well, I just think 12 times 7. I know I can flip numbers, so this one's pretty straightforward. If you don't know your 12's mental math, you just do a little scratch work. 12 times 7. 7 times 2 is 14. Put the 4 down, carry the 1. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 1 is 8. You get 84. When it's a negative times a negative, it's going to be a positive answer. So this is going to be a positive 84. Here I have negative 6 times 7. Negative 6 times 7. Well, I have a negative number times a positive number. Whenever I have a negative number times a positive number, it's going to be a negative number. I just multiply by normal, like normal. 6 times 7, I know that's 42. But since I have a negative 6 and a positive 7, one of the numbers is negative, I get negative 42. 9 times negative 8. Well, here we have the same thing. A positive 9 times a negative 8. I know that 9 times 8 is 72. But since one of the numbers is positive and one of the numbers is negative, I make it a negative 72. That's finding the product. That's pretty straightforward. 7th grade. All right, well, let's bring the other one over here. If I can actually grab it. There we go. Evaluate the expression. Now, this is going to be kind of order of operations sort of thing, whatever the case may be. So first of all, we want to remember our order of operations, that it's first we do what's in parentheses, then we do exponents, okay? And then we do all the multiplication and division, left to right. Then we do all the addition and subtraction, left to right. That's the order of operations. So here in this one, the first thing I want to do is clear the parentheses. And I have to do that by doing 9 times negative 14. Okay? Now, here's the catch on this one, though. There's a 0 here. And so it doesn't matter what 9 times negative 14 equals. It actually equals, in case you were interested, negative 126. But if I take that negative 126 and I multiply it by 0, that's going to be 0. Doesn't matter how big these numbers are. It doesn't matter what other numbers are over here. When I multiply it by 0, it's going to end up equaling 0, and that's my final answer. 10 minus 7 times 3 minus 5. Well, first of all, I want to clear parentheses. 3 minus 5. I know that 3 minus 5 is negative 2. Then I'm taking 7 times, what I have here is I have a negative 7 and a negative 2. I can think of this as multiplying a negative 7 and a negative 2. When I take negative 7 and multiply it by negative 2, that gives me a positive 14. Well, I still have my 10 here. So I do 10 plus 14, and 10 plus 14 equals 24. So I took care of what was in parentheses. 3 minus 5, that's negative 2. Then I multiplied that by negative 7. That gave me positive 14. Then it's 10 plus 14 equals 24. All right, moving right along. 24 minus 3 to the power of 3. Well, 3 to the power of 3, remember, is going to be 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. So that leaves me with 24 minus 27. Well, 24 minus 27, if I flip that, I know that 27 minus 24 equals 3. So if 27 minus 24 is 3, I know that 24 minus 27 equals -3. That's my final answer. All right, last one. 12 minus 3 to the power of 2 times -2. Well, first of all, I want to clear these parentheses, but I can't do that until I know what 3 to the power of 2 is. 3 to the power of 2 is 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Now I can clear parentheses by doing 9 times -2. Or I can think of it as -9 times -2, which is what I'm going to do. -9 times -2 equals a positive 18. So I cleared all that out. And then I'm doing 12 plus 18. When I take 12 plus 18, I'm going to go ahead and line that up. 2 plus 8 is 10. Put the 0 down, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. I get 30. 12 plus 18 equals 30. Final answer. All right, we'll talk to you later, 7th grade. Bye.